Room sessions, and this is our 15th session, October 12th, 8 p.m. CET. Great to have you back with us. And my name is Iris van Peppen, and my co-host. Oh,
I'm muted, sorry. Hello, my name is Laisby Andrea Ochoa. We are very happy to see you again in the Boiler Room session. Hola, hola, la audiencia hispanohablante. We have two people that speak Spanish performing today. Again, a very international lineup and also very international audience. So you're very welcome. This is Boiler Room session, live stream performances.
yes, and we are very happy that you're tuning in with us, and make sure you have good headphones, good sound. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see all our work that have been archived the past months. And because we have hosted more than 40 performances so far over the world. And we decided to continue the Boiler Room sessions monthly so that we can create a global local community of experimental art. So we have this virtual stage where we can share continents in an instant. So please leave a chat, and so we can bring your questions and comments in for the artists.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the Boiler Room session, we are a virtual theater and we host performances that are dance, music, um, improvisation, real-time composition, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, very open. But what makes us unique is that the artists are live now. They are at their places, at their local places in different countries. We come together via a video call, and then we stream live to YouTube on YouTube. So we are with you, even though we don't share the same space, we are sharing the same time. So that's
Exactly.
very important to us.
Yes, beautiful. And also, Boiler Room sessions work together with Festival En Tiempo Real, which is a platform from Colombia by Ana Maria Romana, who cannot be here tonight with us. And every month they will be providing one artist from their platform, a music feminist artist. So tonight also we have somebody from their festival. And I also like to use this moment to say already that next month, which is November 9, we will be working and collaborating together with Culturele Zondagen Utrecht, which is Cultural Sunday in Utrecht, promoting cultural events in the region of Utrecht. And they are really happy to host Boiler Room sessions. So that is for next month. Now, shall I go for the lineup of tonight? So tonight we will start with Carlito Luito from Spain. And afterwards we will go to Diana Rodríguez from Colombia, based in New York. And she's from the artist from Festival En Tiempo Real. And we will finish with, oh, look at there. She is Ana Maria Romano. You're right on time. Welcome. We need to
I'm happy to be here again.
Yes, and I just wanted to say something about Diana, but you came right at the right time. So please share your work with about Diana.
Okay, let me
take your time.
Yeah, we have more performances today. We also have Carlito Luito, right?
Yes, from Spain.
From Spain, but he's also a very international artist. And we have a great collaboration from two artists that were in previous sessions here in the Boiler Room session. So this is a network that's starting to, create together. So we have Anne-Gaëlle and Suma working together. They are both dancers, and Suma is also a musician. So it's going to be very interesting. And Anne-Gaëlle is now in France, and Suma is in South Africa. And they are collaborating internationally for the Boiler Room session.
Yes. Wonderful. So when you're ready, Ana.
Yeah, I'm ready. In Spanish or English? Hola?
In English would be great.
Yes.
Okay. Diana was born and raised in Bogota, and she is currently based in New York City. She is a composer of electroacoustic music, a concert series curator in Colombia Composers. And Canvas Sound, as well as 90s, she's involved in many projects, like a concert series curator in Colombia Composers, C3, is called C3, and Canvas Sound, as well as 90s Anime Aficionado. Having its footholds in pop culture, Colombian folk, and rock in Spanish. Her work has been presented by artists in ICF, Yarn Wise, E-ZWB Ensemble, Ludovico Ensemble, Boston Musica Viva, Biro Duo, Eric Dresker, and Josh Modi at the Banff Center for the Arts and Creative. Currently, she's a doctoral candidate at Columbia University in New York City. She holds a master's degree from Boston Conservatory and a bachelor's degree from the New World School of the Arts at the University of Florida. Her ongoing projects include collaborations with TAC Ensemble, Alarm Wheel Sound, and Sound Icon.
Wow, that's a mouthful. We're so curious to see her work, Ana Maria. And thank you for, being there so prompt in the live stream tonight.
No, it's a pleasure for me to collaborate with Boiler Room Sessions. It's a beautiful space, beautiful platform, and we are very happy to be part of this collaboration.
Yeah, and we too, and already the first collaboration has started by your artist that you brought in from Festival En Tiempo Real, like with Celeste Betancourt. Next month, she will work together with Manuela Tessi and Eileen Stanley. And we're so happy to have this match coming from the Boiler Room Sessions. So we really feel that this is also meant for us to host these sessions so we can have these cross-continental collaborations.
It's great, yes. Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the collaboration is expanding and growing, and yeah.
And tonight also we have a collaboration from a previous session. So we're so happy things are growing. So is there an audience before I go and present the first artist?
Yeah, we already have audience, so I think it's a perfect moment to start with Carlito Luito from Raining Rosas.
Wonderful. And I think he has such a fan base. So please let us know. Put in your chats so we will share it with Carlito. So we're going to the first performance. Carlito Fluito, and he's from Raining Rosas, which is a company. And he's Spanish, and he will be moving to Zambia soon. So this performance title is called Testosterone, and he calls it a micro performance of dance and theater. So something about Carlito. He's the co-founder of Raining Rosas and also the creator of the micro performances, which are performances for social media. And he asked to check his Instagram account. I'm sure Lesbia will add it in the chat. He started as a b-boy in breakdance, and then he learned contemporary and physical theater. He has presented several solos, and one of the solos, Breathe All the Way Out, was the winner of the choreography competition in Copenhagen in 2015. He has performed with different companies in Spain and Copenhagen, and currently he's working on the Testosterone series, several 25-minute performances around the topic of masculinity. So he's moving to Zambia to work with Circus Zambia and Roots Astray and Afro Twist, a mixed Western and African performing arts. So now about testosterone, what he wanted to share was when not released, accumulated testosterone can lead to aggression and criminality. So let's see the performance of Carlito Luito and see what he has to share with us. Enjoy this performance with Carlito Luito.
Sometimes I'm not able to hang my clothes outside. Sometimes it rains inside. It's not that I don't want to hang out. It's just that I keep too much to myself. On these days, when I don't have anyone to talk with about, I feel like lying on the bed all day, silent, watching whatever, listening to no one, letting everybody speak to me about nothing. Because it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter where. That's my fucking brain craving for dopamine. Trying not to feel alone, trying not to feel lonely. That's why so many times I invite everyone to meet outside, but so many prefer to remain within. Are we so afraid to talk with few, but so crazy to talk with all? So we took a selfie and we post. Life is great, I'm enjoying a lot. It's not vulnerability if you plan it already to tear off your heart. You can perform for one, for hundreds, or for none. Dancing alone. I wrote Testosterone and performed in Rosas, but people avoided confronting the author. So if I have to present again, I'm gonna do it here, in Valladolid, in my hometown, Spain. I have to share my mysteries. Many, 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 endless mysteries. I'm sure you have crossed many barriers, A friend told me recently. But I don't know how many barriers have been used. I stood naked to show that I don't care about my body. Or maybe that I care too much. And if I'm a narcissist, so what? God bless my mother. I had to bear my infinite tantrums, my extreme irritation, my endless anger. Don't you ever think that we stop being kids just because we stop crying in the supermarket. We live in a love deprived world. When we are not part of the solution, we are part of the problem. Most of us misunderstood love and sex. That's why people like me or Last One Chair have to create. Nymphomania for the women of the world. Testosterone for the male ones. In this way, taboos can stop damaging human beings. We are spoken about them. And we can start elevating those that say wrong but mean right. Because the best psychologist is a psychopath. Those that talk the best, but they create the worst. And just remember about it. Makes me scream about it. But I won't give you that honor tonight. I won't do it today. Not tonight, not today. Because my neighbors, they are very okay. They are really nice people. They don't even scream, even when they are having sex. So I'm not gonna do it now that I'm not having it. Huh? I think it's enough to go. Have a nice day. And if you want to see more, then make it yourself.
Yes, that was Carlito opening our boiler room session. Thank you so much, Carlito, for your performance. Beautiful work. Yeah. So please let us know.
Yeah, Carlito comes from physical theater, and I think it's the first time we have this type of performance, and it was really nice. The combination between movement and text. And I'm wondering, is someone really needing him, because he was getting loads of phone calls? Was it part of the performance or not? Big questions, no?
Big questions. Well, yeah, I thought it was very, very nice to have the phone call in between, and I thought it was part of the performance, but later I realized not. But hey, who cares?
I don't know, because at the last call he really changed again. So like the phone calls were giving him the changes. I don't know. I'm very curious.
I think it was a really nice start of the evening session tonight, and I also really I enjoyed him moving a lot. You know, when in the beginning when he was moving, it was so musical. But we can talk about that later. And please, audience, let us know. Send Carlito some comments. We can share it with him, because we will finish with all the artists together, and we have a short after talk, and we like to include your messages. So please let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
They post it for our next sessions.
Great.
Let's go
yes.
to the second performance.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
We're going to Diana.
Sí, Diana Marcela Rodríguez. She's
Yes.
originally from Colombia, but she lives in New York.
Yes, she lives in New York. Well, she's already quite well introduced by Ana Maria. So I think we're just going to leave her up for it and watch the work of Diana.
Yes.
And it's a electronic music piece, and enjoy the performance, people. Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much to Diana. That was amazing. It was really, I'm going to steal the words of Sosha Di Castri, who is online on the chat, and I'm going to say it's very evocative. Very
Evocative. Thank you for sharing your words on the chat. We love it when you do, so we can send it also to Diana live. Otherwise, she will read them later afterwards. That would be a pity. And what a development she made in this soundscape and the visuals. And the end was so abrupt. I was so much in it. We were our bubble got popped.
Yeah, I was also like, okay, great. And then, boop, okay, the end.
Yeah, we had to stay on our toes.
And it was really nice to be able to see the video and also under that, the Ableton software working live. And then at some point it was mixing the two images, so you didn't know what was pre-recorded, what was live. That was also pretty nice. And I think the video had a lot of nice development also and work. So it was really good to see both of them together.
Absolutely, yeah. I have to, I'm not ready for the next performance. Wow, so beautiful. And if you tuned in now, welcome to Boiler Room Sessions. And we love that you're here. Please subscribe to our channel so you're notified every month when we are live again. Because we're already going to our final performance, the third performance of tonight. And please stay tuned afterwards. We have a very short after talk with all the artists together, and it will be really nice to share your words if you have any. And then I can also announce the lineup of next month, which will all be very, very amazing and beautiful collaborations next month.
I also would like to share with Manuela, who is going to be in the next session, what she just wrote. And she says, thank you, Diana, great shifts of atmosphere. Also, we have Diego Rodríguez, I think a family member, very excited and happy, sending loads of claps and hearts. We have Camila Agosto saying, beautiful work, Diana. Thank you so much for sharing. And then Sosha, as I mentioned, she said, great work, Diana, very evocative and engrossing. So also you have there her website. You can find more about her on her website and follow her through her development. Yeah.
Wonderful, people. Please check all their websites and follow them or their social media. And now I'm going to announce our final performance of tonight. And Leslie and I, we're so happy that these two artists are collaborating tonight, where they performed previously on the Boiler Room sessions, but not working together, not knowing each other. And now they hooked up. So we have Anne-Gaëlle Thiriot from France, and we have Sumalgy Nuro from South Africa. Music and dance performance we're going to see in a minute. So something about Suma, for the people that haven't seen his work, you can go into our archive and find his work. Suma is a musician and a dancer from Mozambique, and he now lives in South Africa. And he's bringing together instruments, and tonight it's the lamellophone. I hope I pronounce it well and people know what I'm talking about, from different parts of Africa along the same river, the Zambezi River, that runs across Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Namibia, and Uganda. And that calls for fluidity between cultures, as he also creates contemporary sounds with traditional instruments. Anne-Gaëlle Thiriot is a dancer.
We're going to see all those instruments today, so that's very beautiful.
Yeah. Anne-Gaëlle Thiriot is a dance artist who always flirts with the spectrum linking improvisation and choreographic processes. Collaborations are at the heart of her practice and productions. Things that interest her at the moment are poetics and politics of mutuality, processes of transformation, allyship, daily magic, and finding a great place to live in her new base and place, Marseille. And here they will be merging worlds together. So please enjoy our final performance by Anne-Gaëlle Thiriot and Sumalgy Nuro. Thank you so much, Anne-Gaëlle and Suma, for your beautiful performance, your transformations. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Yeah, nice to
Yeah.
see them again, and also nice to see them together. So much potential these two have. You, Liza was saying, would be so lovely if they would have the opportunity to meet live in person.
Yeah, because
Oh.
I feel that they found a quite strong connection in a very short time, and without meeting in person prior, and I loved how they were communicating and how it was so clear for me their relationship in
Yeah.
this performance. So that was lovely, and yeah, people, we have a question that maybe they can answer later. They were saying like, oh, interesting. Sound is occupying the space, and movement is occupying the time.
Yeah,
So
I thought that was really funny. I think it was an inner joke, but let's bring that subject up when we meet the artist.
yeah, and of course, Manuela is very happy, sending loads of hearts to you guys and claps. I'm very thankful. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as Suma knows Manuela knows Suma. That's how we, that's because Manuela is based also in South Africa. So I'm also interested for Manuela, it must be so great to see Suma now with Anne-Gaëlle from France to work together to have these collaborations starting. So yeah, we are also very thankful that these things happen organically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's bring
So
in.
before we do the after talk, I think it would be nice to talk about next session number
Yes.
16, which
Yeah.
is in November.
In November, and maybe meanwhile we can bring in the artist back. I will say something about next month because next month will be quite beautiful and special because we will be performing our session number 16, November 9th, which is the second Monday of the month always. Put it in your agendas. And next to En Tiempo Real, we also collaborate for the November edition with Culturele Zondagen Utrecht, Cultural Sundays Utrecht. You can see them on their website www. Well, maybe Lesbia, it's hard in
I will
English.
share it. I can
You will
I
share
can
it.
share that.
It's difficult. But anyway, we will have a great lineup for that session because Celeste Betancourt, who was performing from En Tiempo Real in August, will be matched with Manuela Tessi, who we just spoke about now she's based in Amsterdam, and Eileen Stanley from Arizona. So I think that, Liza, that match is going to be so cool. And we also will have a match with an Utrecht-based artist, and almost confirmed it's Hugo Ariens, prepared guitarist, with another artist, but that is still a surprise.
Yeah.
So we have Utrecht, and then we have South America, we have Amsterdam, and we have United States. So wonderful mix of people. And of course, Ana Maria will bring in an artist from her platform, which for now, I don't know. It's going to be a surprise. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So actually, we'll have two artists from En Tiempo Real
Yes.
performing next session. One on its own, or her or his own, and then the other one in collaboration with the other artists from the Boiler Room sessions. That's quite nice.
Yeah. So very much looking forward. So make sure that you stay tuned for next month and, subscribe to our page, to our YouTube channel. You can find us on Instagram. It's boiler_room_live. What is it? Boiler Room Sessions live with all the underscores. So please like us on Instagram, and all the artists are coming back.
Yay.
Hello, everyone. So nice to see you again. Lovely to have you.
Hello.
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 So let's start. So nice that you start to, because we had one question from audience. They found it so interesting, Anne-Gaëlle and Suma, that Anne-Gaëlle, the mover, is called time, and Suma, the musician, is called space. So maybe you can say something about it.
Suma?
It's silent. Huh?
Cheater.
When we only have met last week, And to be very honest, this idea of time and space came just about a short time before we started. But it was funny for me, it felt funny to be time when I know that usually as a dancer I would get very dominated by sound or music. So it felt like it would be a way of like giving back. And I love how Suma uses his framing to actually even bring this sense of the river with his instruments, and in a way I find what he makes very spacious. And Suma, your mic is off, but you can talk if you like.
Hello, everyone.
We cannot hear you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lasvi and Iris, for suggesting this. And thank you so much, and for your energy. It's beautiful to collaborate with you. And this was very interesting. And the idea of space and time that just came out, I think it really led us. It's actually what we're about, like the connection that we crossed by sharing this space where I am in control of the sound and you're in control of the movement, and at the same time we play together, we share with one another what we feel like. So that was quite interesting. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Suma.
Wonderful. So I also have another burning question to Carlito. Tell us about the phone calls.
It's my lovers looking for me. They hear that I'm talking about them, then they call me.
Okay.
Like, what's going on? What are you telling? This is secret. It was supposed to be a secret part of our relationship, and then you are telling to everyone. So then they try to stop the moment. But actually, it's good. It's always, I think it's a nice thing, I like performing arts compared with cinema, for example. This one take sensation, no? Like it has to be now and it happens now. And this is reality, is this different. And I learned this a lot by filming the micro performances, because that's more cinematic. Even though it's one shot, I film it several times always. So in this case, it was like one shot. So whatever happens, and then it just continue and move to the end. So yeah, I think people that are into performing arts, we value a lot this reality, this rawness. And I think we should also be more respective within the performing arts and also within the entertainment industry, because like performers are acting all the time, like dancers are dancing all the time. It's not like a film. Like in a film, okay, the process is longer, they are working a lot, blah, 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 but everything is set up. In a performance, the performer is performing and what you see is the reality. There is no editing or anything. So I think this should be something that from the performing arts, we should stand more and defend more, comparing with other entertainment industries, my opinion.
Yeah, great. And now that you are on it, Carlito, could you tell us briefly about these micro performances for social media?
So
what is it?
Basically, during the quarantine, many of my surroundings, which are also dancers or performers, they were struggling a lot with the jobs, like because lessons stopped, many presentations stopped, many productions stopped. However, I was thinking like it's no excuse. Like there are no excuse to stop doing what you love and stop creating and stop developing. So my idea was like, I need to create some format that can be consumed. Because if you put theater on a screen, many times people don't want to watch it because it's not stimulating enough. So then I decided to come up with this format. It's between 1 to 3 minutes. And my idea is to be sometimes overstimulating, or at least like with the multi-layer. So there is a lot of information on the screen. So at least people have they finish the video, which already is a lot. When you are talking about Instagram, or you are talking about Facebook, to watch a 3-minute video sometimes is a lot. But my idea is like to make people watch it more than once, to watch it again, to try to understand why the different elements and how they connect with each other. And that's my view, like create something that is at least 2 to 3 minutes and it's engaging and entertainment. And it has a minute, it's a unit on itself. Yeah. I invite you, to all of you, to try. It's fun, and also the process in Raining Rosas, we developed this method, it's called Tamos. So the idea is like step by step, you can develop a performance in a very short time. It's very quick, and it's not the best product of the long research of months, okay? But the product is good, it's original, it's high quality, and it's already has a meaning, has a sense, and it will find the audience that can connect and get that right. So I invite you to try, yeah.
Do you have all this information in your website?
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Great. So people can access to it.
Carlito, Raining Rosas, is that your company?
We are many things. I don't want this to be a super promotional space, but we are also trying to go more global within the performing world. So one of the ideas of going to Zambia is to try to make this connection between Zambia and Europe. So one of the ideas of Raining Rosas is to train performers in Zambia. So the best of them, we can pay them scholarships to different places in Europe. So for example, to cooperate with David Zambrano, with TikTok Center, if it's possible to send one to Salzburg, to Sid, if it's possible to send one here in my hometown, because I also have contacts. And then the opposite direction, like if some people in Europe, they want to come to Africa to have this different view, where bodies are very prepared, very strong, and they are really rough, they have been trained on the streets, it's a different world. But I think it gives different opportunities, no? Also to the people in Africa to have more resources, and to the people in Europe to value more how fortunate they are. This is one of the things we do, yes.
So could Raining Rosas, make sure that Suma and Anne-Gaëlle meet live in person?
If they want to.
Yes. That would be amazing.
Yes.
That would be really
we will open an artistic residence in Lusaka. So you Zuma are from Mozambique, no? So
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, that's Zimbabwe, sorry.
So
no,
that's from Mozambique.
Mozambique,
Mozambique, no?
Yeah.
So that's it's close. So I think you can come easily. You can go visit your family and then spend 1 month in Lusaka. Yes. So yeah. And okay, if you want, I can say a bit more. We also try to go broader into the disciplines. So we try to include the circus performers also, because we don't want to put labels like this is contemporary dance, this is urban dance, now I'm doing acting and it's only theater, and now I'm doing circus. We want to create performing arts as a unit.
Yeah. Well, it gives some context, so thank you for that. And if people want to know more, they can check the website.
Yes.
But since you're wearing the T-shirt, then you
Everyone
are promoting. So then let's ask. Diana, it was really lovely to hear your sound, your work. Thank you so much for your work, and I love the development of the piece and how from this white noise or distortion is crystallizing, and also going up tempo and going back, in low tempo. This whole development, but your ending was so abrupt. Did you do that on purpose? It was really
yes. Yeah, I wanted to finish because I feel it's a very drony piece because it's to extend. So I'm like, the best way to end is just cut it off, just to change the energy. Like, because it's like putting people in a trance.
Yeah, well, you
and
did
it's that. Just and it's like I just want to snap out of it. Kind of that was my thought about the end. Yeah.
I enjoy the atmosphere, this ability of bringing a mood. Mm-hmm. I think that's very interesting. Yeah. And also like to combine it with visuals, because I think it's also something that I miss in many performances. Like if it's a street performance, you cannot put visuals most of the time because it's daylight. But however, I think many times it supports the story and it's really helping to create the atmosphere.
Yeah. That was the idea. It's just, I feel like if I just put the Ableton session, it's just, you're gonna see the process and maybe you're gonna learn from it, but that will be like a YouTube tutorial. So I wanted to put just a little thing like, yes, you're gonna see me working on Ableton, but something else, just glitchy, so it sets the mood and just makes it more three-dimensional in a way. So thank you so much for that.
I wanted to know more about the video. Did you also edit yourself? So because I also see a lot of the same electroacoustic language, let's say, on the images, like the treatment of the image and how you were also, with the sun and the woods and the colors, how they were moving. So I was also curious if you are collaborating with a video artist or is also your work.
Yeah, I did it myself. I put it together. And yeah, I mean, so I come from the classical contemporary world, and it's always this pitch versus noise and how you kind of resolve, or there's always this tension, like what is more important on timbre and how you define timbre and how you have developed these relationships in sound. So I've been really interested in making distortion beautiful in a way, because it's always like very disruptive, but I find the sound so beautiful and so rich. And yeah, like how, for example, there is this technique in the violin, which, because what I did, I made a piece years ago. I wrote a piece for violin and cello. So I took the recording and just started like moving it around, putting it together, copy pasting, clicking, and putting effects, which was what I was controlling for the performance. And there is this, what we call the scratch tone, that is just very heavy ball. Well, there are moments, and there is so much within the spectrum between silence or like very, very quiet and very loud sounds, that there is an degree of pitch that is so beautiful to play with, and it shouldn't be like a tension between the two. They both can live in the same world, and I don't know, that's where I'm at, kind of.
Nice. And I would suggest you to find contemporary dancers, because I think I don't know, like if you make a teaser or something and then you move it, they might be interested in adding to the performances. Especially like, I don't know, if you find a common point of some of these aspects that you want to explore.
Yeah. The last part of it, so it was like two pieces, like the one like I had like the Ableton session, and the one I had the X. And actually I was approached by a dancer to make a piece for a video. So what I did, I took the track that I already did, I saw the video and I improvised in the synth, and I created the track for them. And I also work with the sound of the dancers. So a lot of like you hear like a truck passing, or the birds, or breathing here and there. It was part of the dancers. So that was like, it's so funny that you mentioned, because I went over the way that I thought about form in that piece. It was by watching the dancers. So there are moments that you see there is a filter that moves with the dancer, like whew.
Yeah,
it kind of sounds like this. So yes, I would love to keep these collaborations like that, because it's enriched so much how you connect visuals with sound, and how both of them have different meanings when you watch it like separately and also together. It's really, really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a question for Zuma.
But Anne-Gaëlle also has another question.
I just wanted to make a comment to Diana, because I really enjoyed the whole world that you brought, and it was it's interesting you're talking about visuals, because it really felt like synesthesia, this element where the sound you're producing brings up images, but also as I was having a conversation today with the team I'm working with about about sound and how we create sound. And now we are so used to visuals, we create that all the time. And so as I was listening, I also tried to let go of the images to really receive that sensation. And it's very rich also in terms of as if, you know, the music was really touching. And you could also feel this as if it was like touch tones or a whole kind of series of textures that are kind of coming around you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I work a lot with timbre, which is the sound quality. So texture for me is super important. Like I first think about how the sound is produced. So let it be like a bow and a string, let it be a trumpet with air, like just the quality, like how the air is going to change that sound quality of the trumpet and how it can just be more. So thank you so much for that, because I think primarily of like tactile or how do you feel first before going into sound. So thank you. I also have a bunch of questions for Carlito and for Anne, and I'm gonna start with Anne and Sumalgy because I want to hear more. And so obviously your work is improvised, but is there a roadmap? Like when you guys talk about it, like, because I really love the light and the change of focus, like being in front and like how that change and how it reacted with sound. And the other question that I have is how latency shape your performance, because there is like half a second or a little bit second, and how does that shape your improvisation? So yeah.
Oh, we don't hear Suma. Do you hear Suma?
No, Suma?
Yeah, there is Suma.
Suma talking. Suma is on. Yeah, I was saying thank you so much, Diana. It was yeah, like your sounds were like mind blowing, and I would really love to collaborate with you, like sound wise as well as like movement. Yeah, definitely. And to talk about like we had 2 rehearsals, Anna, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like the first one I think was 3 hours, but we were talking for 2 hours. We're just chatting about nothing to do with dance, like just life, like getting to know each other, because I think that connection must be there. And this is what you guys could testimony today, the connection between two people in completely different spaces. When you allow that trust to be there, and when you make the other person your partner, and you like, that person will be there for me. So we played a lot with it was more, we didn't really like set how would everything happen or anything, or what games would we play, or like I actually showed Anna the instruments because I'm not playing in my space, so I had to move to a friend's house. That's why I'm like very minimalistic, but which was interesting for me to try this time, because usually I have like a whole instrument like, so yeah, I think it was a lot of this trust and give and take, and allow both of us to be the leaders and allow both of us to express ourselves in the way that we thought was right, or that it felt right when it comes to sound quality and the loudness, the softness, as well as the movement. I could see on the other side you're playing with like wild, small, and big, and also the one thing I realized, and I told Anna the other day, was like, pause is very important, and it can actually change the whole thing. And this is, I think, is what happened when your piece just ended, Diana, because it was like after so many things, and then shoop, that was like a sword cutting, and yeah, it was pain. Huh? It was pain. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said almost everything, Suma, so I don't really have much else to
Carlito,
say.
you had a question for me.
Yes. So Where are you living now, actually?
At the moment, I'm in Cape Town. I'm doing my postgrad program in African music and instruments here at the University of Cape Town. So I'm based in Cape Town now, yeah.
So, and have you been in Europe?
I've been in Spain, Norway, Sweden. Like I love traveling. So yeah.
And how is the main difference that you notice between African culture, within the performing arts, between the African performing arts scene and the European?
Oh, yeah, like most of the times when I went overseas was to give like drumming workshops, African drumming workshops and dance workshops. And what I realized is that in Europe, only professionals dance. But down here in Africa, it's like everyone dance. If we go to parties, loud music, and everyone will be breaking their hips like nobody's business. You don't have to teach people how to move their hips. You don't have to teach people like rhythm and things like that. This is like something natural. We own this. It's like with us. And I found it very difficult, very challenging while I was giving workshops overseas because I had to like go to very basic things that if I was this side, I wouldn't even have to clap for the person. If I play the music, the person knows where the beat is and things like that. So, but also this was mostly in the traditional aspect. But then when it comes to contemporary, I don't know. In Europe, the timing is quite weird. Like we have the timing in the club, and Europe sometimes it sounds like the time is out, is off. And this also happens when I interact with the classical musicians. They hear differently. Even here in Africa, like the classical musicians, they hear differently the music as the traditional musicians. So there is such a complexity about it, and at the same time, like a space for unison because it's all one at the end of the day, as you were saying. Like I really love what you said. Like there's no dance, there's no music, it's all act, it's all one thing. And like I was developing a project that was about that. Like I'd like to bring also like videographers, visual artists and photographers, musicians and dancers, because we share this thing in common, which is expression. So we shouldn't like just segregate because we actually need each other. And quarantine and all the COVID came to prove that more than ever that musicians need dancers as well as dancers need videographers and videographers need photographers. Because if you're doing a live performance, the person who will take the images and who will edit, he has so much power and he really have power in your work. So even if you're the performer, you really need to be in the same page with that person so the person know what's actually the direction that you want to present for the audience. So we're all one at the end.
Yeah, I fully agree. Yeah.
I just wanted to answer to Diana about her question from before. And then also, I think I have a question for you, Carlito, to ask after for your great performance. I think maybe you asked two questions then about the roadmap and about the time delay that you get when you are at least two people working, and sometimes when you are more people than that. I think for this one in particular, I find that this aspect of improvisation, this is my opinion, I would love to hear more opinions. I think in improvisation, even though we call it improvisation, very often we do kind of a chess game, repeating a number of things that we have found. Maybe they are in a different combination from what we ever found before, but it's not fully new. But at some point, when things are kind of taking, I find something completely new that you couldn't expect happens. And that's kind of, I think, particularly with Suma talking about trust and really setting up this atmosphere between us. I think we really kind of were looking for these little spaces and pockets where we didn't know what this is going to be like, but we were like, we're going to find that. And it might not be, you know, like a massive golden nugget. It might be really tiny, but it's also part of the practice. That it felt like we were committed to doing that, and to not try to we wouldn't try to reproduce what we did the other times. We just let it maybe occur again in another form. In terms of the time delay, we noticed it and we talked briefly about it, I think, Suma, I'm not even sure. There is something like, it's great because he was there. This is something I remember very clearly from Julian Hamilton that you performed in the same night, Suma, some month ago. I've taken quite a few workshops with him some years ago, and I really remember something that he said when working between dancers and musicians, in which you're trying not to react to what the music is doing or what the dancer is doing. You're trying to guess or to let yourself be like impacted. So it's not a time where you kind of expect, oh, they did this and then you see this. It's a different kind of relationship to timing, in which, funnily enough, then you don't really care about the delay, because it will happen anyway. You can't do anything about it. So I think kind of let go of that. Whereas in a lot of other projects that we do online right now, we're trying to kind of find loads of strategies to do something exactly at the same time for the screen and stuff like that. So that's like, maybe we just avoided the problem.
Just want to add briefly there, and then you can ask the question, Anne-Gaëlle, if that's all right. It's just that also when I performed for the Boiler, I did it with Diana, and we were working only with another Diana Leon, to dancers, and we were using just 2 screens, and we were really trying to create a visual dialogue. So if I start a line on my screen, it should end in her screen, and we were doing this half body, Frankensteins between ourselves. So we realized that the delay was something that we had to deal with, more specifically because we were really trying to create this visual dialogue. And personally, I like it a lot. Like, for me, it brings the tension even deeper to what's going on. Like, oh, are they together or no? What's going on? And also for me as a performer, like I'm trying to catch her and it's not happening, but we keep going, and then something new starts, and it has like its own aesthetic. And I found it very, very nice. I love it. I like it. I really like it when she freezes because the internet connection is not so cool. And then you have to deal with that also. For me, it's part of this aesthetic, and I love it. Yeah, that was just my little remark.
I just wanted to say, I mean, there are many questions and we can keep on talking. I just wanted to say that Ana Maria is here with us, and she would like to take a moment to also say something about the artist that she will bring in for our next month in November. So maybe we can give her some time to share something about this artist, Ana Maria. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it would be great it would be a great way to close, isn't it? So it's just that Anne-Gaëlle did mention her question, so maybe we do that briefly.
Yeah,
Carlito answers, and then we can close with Ana Maria.
I will keep it short also. I think Diana had another one, so then I will be 1 minute or something.
Cool. No, it's just there is something that you mentioned, Carlito, which was really amazing, is how the big things, then what we saw is like a small part of the really big thing in your performance. And still it's a bigger part because it was 15-20 minutes respect to the small versions. And it really made me think about this element. And I was wondering, so when you did this performance that we saw, did you actually build it in episodes? Like one small episode after another?
So, okay, actually, the thing I presented today, it's brand new. So I used the topic testosterone as a this masculinity, like to bring voice to males, because females take a lot of protagonists nowadays, and it's completely fine, it's completely understandable. But somehow I like to bring this debate between females and males, no? And I like to be very controversial sometimes. I like to challenge the audience, and I like to say things that might not agree with many people, and I completely understand, but that's the provocation that I am, no? So the thing is, I created one performance for Brussels, and I presented there, and then I'm creating two, is one performance, but it's two parts, because it's in two spaces. So, and it's here in Spain, and I have to make it brand new. I mean, I could translate it to Spain, but I prefer to create a brand new one within the same topic, within the same universe, with this same character, this guy with the hoodie saying weird things. So it's the same universe, this testosterone universe, with different elements, with different nuances, but within the same line, no? So today was another testosterone piece in this new universe, which is my room, which I have experienced and lived many things here. So very significant and very symbolic as well. Yes. Diana, maybe, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I just wanted to know about the text, and I think you kind of answered that you kind of set it up for each place. But that just makes me think like, so how do you navigate cultures? Because testosterone might mean something very different for Spain than for Brussels. So
well, I'm Spanish and I perform in different places, and I think it's not something I have to navigate. It's something, you know, many times the role of the artist is like putting something out there, and then people can make up their minds. They can think A or B or C. They can make different interpretations. I don't think it's my business to adjust things to different cultures. I mean, if I go to a country that they can chop my head or something like this, maybe I should slow it down. And also, it's not a piece performed for kids. It's very clear. Like, I know the public, and the public is not these families that want to have fun and see something super enjoyable. So I think the topic is clear and the presentation is clear. So it's a bit of at your own risk. Like if you understand testosterone as something hyper masculine, it's fine. If you understand testosterone as more father or paternal or more loving connection, then it's fine also. I don't know if this answered the question. Good, beautiful. So I think if no other question, then we can go to Anna. Anna?
Yes, Ana Maria, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, let's go for next month, Ana.
Yeah, for the next month, En Tiempo Real will be invite todas las anteriores, something like all of the above. They are two great performers, great artists. Their names are Piaca Roela and Libertad Figueroa. They live in Mexico City. They work with sound improvisation and experimentation with electronic media. They uses a super collider programming environment, synthesizers, and electric guitar and visuals with a software called Hydra, a live coding tool. No? They are going to use two soundscapes from her neighborhood, their neighborhood, thinking in the confinement. No? They are going to make an improvisation thinking in the pandemia and confinement with these instruments like synthesizers, electric guitar, and visuals.
Wonderful. We have to see what they come.
Yeah, I'm already so curious, Ana Maria. Looking so much forward to see every month who you will be bringing. So thank you for sharing that world with our audience and with us.
Yeah,
well,
and for empowering more the great creators, the great women creators from Latin America, from the sound. field. They are all great. We are very amazed.
So this is the moment we're going to close and wish you all a very good evening or wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching the Boardroom Sessions number 15 and hope to see you November 9. So bye everyone. See you next month.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And we are out.